Twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Cotton Two Minds podcast.
Meanwhile, Shelly weaves his way through. What a start this has been
for us. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the podcast, Cotton Two Minds. It's your boy E. Marshall. It's just me and you, yo mama and yo cousin too. Pulling up. Anyway, you guys probably won't even remember that. Shout out to Outcast. But yeah, flying solo once again. Fitz is still out of the country, having the time of his life. He did drop me a line talking about he found some kid that looks pretty good. He's about 12 years old. He's 6'4", extremely fast, great technical ability, and looks like he's a CDM. So our defensive midfield problems might be solved. Shout out to Big Fitz doing big things for Arsenal, Edu, and the whole crew. Yeah. In today's world, somebody could hear that and start a blog about it. There's this guy, man. His name is Gunnar Rush, and he found somebody. Anyway, enough of that. Before we get into the festivities, just want to say, I watched King Richard. The movie about Serena and Venus Williams and their daddy, and how he hooked it all up and got him dialed in, starring Will Smith. Like they couldn't find a real black dude, one of the, with bloodshot eyes, dark, nappy hair, to play Richard Williams. Google that fool if you think I'm being a jerk. Just Google him and keep it real. You tell me if casting got it right. Like it had to be Will Smith. It had to be, really. The entire movie, I'm thinking to myself, that's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yelling at these little black girls. Anyway, enough. I talked a lot of crap last podcast about Vlahovic, the striker for Fiorentina. We were rumored to be looking at as an option in January for $80 million. I discredited him on seeing him play at one time. Well, I watched Milan lose to Fiorentina, and he scored 2 goals. 2 great goals. He's big, strong, fast, tremendous left foot, and most importantly, he acts like he gives a shit. And that's exactly what Arsenal need, especially with the African Cup of Nations looming. Walla 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 le. Anyway, can't wait for that. Everybody's getting excited. I've got my malaria vaccination. I'm all dialed in. So, it's coming. It's coming. Abba, Pepe, Partey, whoever else we got on the team that's African will be headed out. Dude, you don't know? No, I don't. Anyway, enough of that. We'll see. Starting to get worried, though. Let's just put it that way. Not too many options. We're already not scoring a lot of goals. So, let's do a quick recap. What do you say? Arsenal took on Liverpool on the road at Anfield, and we got blown out 4-0. We hung in there for the first 39 minutes of the match. Thanks in due part because of Ramsdale. Tremendous. On his head, saving everything, having a good time. Eventually, Alba came back and committed a dumb foul and gave up a free kick. Just before that, they had been threatening on some set pieces. Alexander-Arnold, that right foot, and it bit us in the ass. Beautiful delivery into Mane, who used his forehead, and we've all seen that. It's registered as a lethal weapon, his forehead. So he got on the end of one, scored 1-0, going into halftime at the 39th minute. Worst time to give up a goal, especially when you're just hanging in there. But and from that point on, the floodgates open. Right before that, there was a little bullshit scuffle between the managers, and I think got the cry. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Second half, 3 well-orchestrated team goals. We end up losing 4-0. Lineups only changed. Partey was back. That's it. Now that that's over, let's dig in, ask some questions, get some answers, shoot the shit. Get dialed in. Put the pieces to the puzzle together. Anyway. Now, the past few weeks, you've heard me complaining about Arsenal not even trying to play it out from the back. Today was not the day to really give it a go. It really was. Saturday was not the day, especially early on. But that's what happened. And I thought it was a huge mistake by Arteta. To me, this was the match to sit back and absorb and try to nick a goal late. The Diego Simeone method. Absorb, nick a goal late, get the hell out of there. It was already going to be a tough match after the international break, and it was away at Anfield. And recent history tells us we get our ass ripped apart at Anfield. That's what happened today. Also, when you use these tactics, these nick a goal late, absorb, pack it in, park the bus, Jose Mourinho, Diego Simeone, whoever, Sam Dyche, when you use these tactics, it changes the mindset of the players. Everybody has to be on the same page and be responsible. It eliminates a lot of the mistakes we made Saturday. You can't lose the ball in your end if you're just lumping it up the pitch. And it's been a successful formula in the past. Think about Arteta's FA Cup run and the wins we were getting, the 1-0 victories. Packing it in. Aubameyang cutting in on his right and getting one. Oh, we score 1-0. We're out of there. So we need to be thinking about it like this as a club. 4th place is crucial. It's been too long for a team Arsenal size to be out of that tournament. And you have to go into games against top sides trying not to lose. The Burnley way. Who knows? Maybe he wanted to get a live gauge as to where the team is at. And he opened it up. Either way, it didn't work. And just like the youngsters, Arteta can learn from this. Now, there was a moment halfway through the first half. Arteta got angry at Mane's strong arm tactics. Out there elbowing fools. And him and Klopp got into it. This was a wily move by Klopp. He baited him into that. And in the process, got the crowd even more hyped. The match really seemed to take off for Liverpool after that BS scuffle. Just throwing that out there. Enough. Klopp, you see his jaw and shit. If anybody has known somebody who does methamphetamine and they get to doing that jaw and looking all. Anyway, am I saying Klopp's a meth head? I mean, of course he is, right? I was just playing. Anyway, calm down. Don't at me, Liverpool fans. Now I'm just playing. Anyway, enough. Please. In all his appearances for Arsenal, I've never seen Ox be so intense on defense and play so physical. That fool wasn't smiling. Mentality, culture. These things are important. And it was interesting to see him out there. Unrecognizable. Making blocks, getting back, crucial save. Saka put in a cross early, and he was look. It was good, but Ox was there and defended it. It's just interesting. Liverpool swarm, play physical, fully committed. The team is fully committed on the same page, whereas Arsenal, half committed. We're getting there, but we're not there yet. Arsenal need more of a mean streak, or what I like to call a Mane streak. Did you see that little bastard? Out there punking fools, fouling, toting the line, could get sent off at any moment. Michael Oliver had his back, but raging, no smiles, not afraid. One of the littlest guys on the pitch. He elbowed somebody, and everybody tried to surround him and shit. And he just stood there and looked at all of them like, "What? Look at my forehead, huh? Look at my haircut. You think I give a shit?" Anyway, Liverpool showed us how to do it. Physicality, speed, awareness, bullied the midfield, quick passing, full throttle football. Gunda! Yeah, heavy metal. That's a bad German accent, but whatever. What are we talking about here? You're chilling. You're hanging out with me. The way Liverpool played it out from the back in the second half to score those 3 goals, tremendous. We got a lot of work to do. Only positive from this match was it's a great opportunity for this young squad to learn and understand there's levels to this. And you got to be dialed in every match. You have to learn what you can, and what you can't do in big matches against big clubs. You got to learn. The only way you learn is to get your ass whooped like this periodically. Now, oh gosh, what's going on? What's going on Twitter? Huh? On my Twitter feed, I'm seeing fans flying off the handles on both sides. You know, the most disappointing to me are the ones people are giddy at the fact that the team losing just because they don't like Arteta. Actually happy that we got our ass whooped again at Anfield. What kind of shit is that? I mean, really? That was so 1.5 years ago. Yeah, I could maybe get it then. But I get it now. I know what's going on. This is a young squad with a young manager who wants to implement a new culture, a new philosophy, and a new style of play. You know, nobody in management, to me, has definitively come out and said Arsenal are rebuilding. But anybody with common sense knows that's exactly what's going on. We're signing young players, getting rid of old players. Arsenal have the youngest starting lineup in the EPL, whatever. You know, I read some shit like that, and I heard some shit. So there it is. Arsenal have the youngest starting lineup in the EPL, and that's with Abba, Laka, and Partey starting. You know those African birth certificates. Partey, wait, 28, 29. That's anyway. I know the birth certificates. The administration offices all throughout Africa are on point and dialed in. I'm just bullshitting right now. Yeah. Every time you crack a joke, you got to say that nowadays. It's hilarious. You know, I'm sure they got lots of white people working in those buildings that are keeping everything in order. You see what I mean? It's, you know, these are just jokes. This is foolishness. Okay? But yeah. So basically, Arsenal are a team full of unfinished products. You know, minus Abba, Laka, and Partey. And you look at somebody like Tomiyasu. Is that the type of right back Arteta really wants, style-wise, for his philosophy? I don't think so. He's solid. He could play multiple positions. But style-wise, I think he'd be second choice to whoever Arteta really wants. But the situation we were in this year, Bellerin, he's down to 125. You know, we had to get rid of him, send him out. So we brought in Tomiyasu. He can play several positions. He's a serious guy. Not shitting on him. I'm just saying. I think Arteta wants a different type of right back. More on the tyranny, you know. Anyway, calm down. Now that leaves us with a bunch of youngsters out there learning on the job. So there's going to be peaks and valleys, inconsistencies. You know, people are going to go too high and too low. And if you've been an Arsenal fan for a long time, we've been down this road before. You know, Theo Walcott, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Danielson, Bentner, Jack, Wilshere. Hell, Aaron Ramsey for a while. It just takes a while for these kids to get it. And that's what's going on. Got to be a little patient, and dare I say, trust the process. No? Anyway, relax. So now let's get into it. How'd the kids do? Saka and ESR. You know, it was a wash. Really couldn't get on the ball. There was a couple times Arsenal broke the press, you know. Saka got on the ball and put on a few good crosses. ESR, you know, didn't really have the opportunity to offer anything. Couldn't get control of the ball in the midfield, couldn't keep it. Therefore, they were just out there hung out to dry. And not just them, Abba, Laka, you know, the whole attacking side of things really couldn't get a footprint in the game. Hopefully, we learn from this. They learn from this, gain that experience, and keep it moving. On to Newcastle. No holding your head down. Zombie. Whew. He might be turning into my whooping boy. You know, I don't have Bellerin there now to dump on. The only reason why I dumped on Bellerin is because I saw the potential. I really believed in my head he could. Look, I said it. If you listen to this podcast, you know, I really believe he could have been something special. I feel the same way about Sambi. Lukonga. Anyway, first half, I'm watching this kid. I'm thinking, man, look at the balls on this kid. The audacity. I knew it wasn't going to end well. You know? Liverpool swarming all around the pitch, and you're just chilling, trying to be clever, not getting rid of the ball quickly. I mean, I love the confidence, but this is Liverpool at Anfield. You got to be quick, son. You got to be quick. Now, Maitland-Niles' last game was pretty solid. You know, man of the match or some shit I read. You know, maybe he should have got the nod next to Partey. If anything, he would have known how physical and intense this match was going to be. Because Sambi didn't. You know, this was a knife fight. You know, and what was it, Perez? When his first time watching Arsenal play, and he was on the bench and he said some shit. Look, I'm destroying it. But he said it was like a knife fight out there. And he had to get used to this shit. Anyway, something like that. Somebody will correct me. Somebody will claim to be smarter than me and all kind of shit. And I welcome it. I know nothing. That's why you like this podcast. You know, we're all the same. You get it? Anyway, Nuno. Run, Nuno. Run. Stop, Bruno. Pass. Get rid of it, Nuno. Look, he played hard, but he's wild. These are the things I've been talking about for the last few weeks. He's a wild Mustang. You know, doing big things at a big club now. You know, trying to make his mark. And when you play against Liverpool, mistakes are going to happen, even when you're all dialed in and buttoned up. You know, all your decisions have to be dialed in. He made a lot of mistakes, too many extra touches, and it cost us early in the second half. But hey, peaks and valleys. If anybody's going to learn from this match, he is. You know, calm your ass down and pass the ball. Keep it tight. He's had a good run. Filled in nicely for the often injured. Unreliable. Love the guy. Tyranny. You know. Now let's see how he responds to this setback. You know. Hopefully Tyranny's fit. He can put in a run of games. And we can periodically slip in Nuno so he can continue to gain that experience and keep it moving. On to Newcastle. Keep your head up. Ramsdale. Tremendous saves all match. You know, putting himself in harm's way. Strong paws. You know, strong hands. Makes himself huge. You know, he made that one save on Musty Mo Salah. Afterwards, he was smiling. You know, it's crazy. You know, that's what you want from your keeper. Remember, that's one of your attributes. Got to be a little crazy. And to me, he really showed that. Single-handedly kept us in the game for 39 minutes. And he displays the type of leadership this young squad needs. I had something ready for Twitter, but go to @CITM podcast. I retweeted it. It's him after the match talking shit about how the team is young and we're gonna grow from this and yada yada yada. You know, go there and participate. Yeah, that was me trying to be all serious and shit. Look, Now, what did we learn? Huh? What did we learn from this match? What I learned is don't believe the hype. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't get caught up on social media, believe in all the chatter, on both ends, both sides of the spectrum. Just what do your eyes tell you when you stop and think about the recent matches? What do your eyes tell you? What do you see? Forget the noise. Use your eyes. Use the force. Good with corners. Solid defense, but not creating enough good chances. Only 7 goals from open play or some shit like that. I read some things and I heard some things, but only 7 goals from open play. If you can't constantly create good chances against quality sides, it's going to be a struggle, especially if we attempt to play football. Now, if we park the bus, play conservative, we'd have better chances of getting something out of these matches. Plus, like I said earlier, that's a good skill for these kids to have in their toolbox, especially when we get back on those, 2-leg ties in Champions League. It takes a lot of mistakes that were made today out of play. So what I learned is stay even keel. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. Don't read the press clippings. Just judge it off what you see and support the team. That's it. That's what I'm trying to do. I've been talking shit for years now. I'm not really talking shit, just being, overly critical. Not seeing what's really going on. Now I have a good picture of it. Last year with Willian and all these old fools on the team, I didn't know what we were doing. Now I see youth movement, and that's going to take time. There's going to be lots of inconsistencies. Right. And that'll do it. That's all I got for you today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for riding with me. I know I'm all by myself, but I appreciate the love, especially from all the African gooners, the Indonesian gooners, Shout out, to Hong Kong and, what's that fool's name? Gong Li, I see you. Anyway, we do all our damage on Twitter at CITM Podcasts, at Gooner Rush, at E Marshall Comedy, Instagram, Cotton Two Minds, Facebook. A lot of love on Facebook. Almost up to 1,000 likes and follows. That's why shout out to my Nigerian gooners. Yeah. Much love and appreciate it. Happy to do this. And I got nothing else. Oh, King Richard, whatever. Go check it out. You tell me. You tell me that they cast that movie right. And that's it. That's it. I get excited towards the end, about to watch this Cowboy game and be done with it. Peace out. Have a good week. Happy holidays. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Stay dialed in. Tighten up. Can't be walking around giggling and dancing and shit like Abba. Tighten up. Peace.
Twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Thank you for tuning into Cotton Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and review. All feedback is much appreciated. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcasts, at Gooner Rush, and at E Marshall Comedy. The music of this podcast is brought to you by Statics. If you like what you hear, please head on over to staticsmusic.com And be sure to follow him on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.